welcome to another Transformers review. We're back, yeah! So folks, we're back with another Transformers figure. This time we have the much awaited, this just came in the mail. I just woke up and I was like, yo, this is so exciting, I got something new in the mail. And this is no other than Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Junkion 2. Look at that. He's another Junkion, and this is super cool because he's another Deluxe Junkion figure. We just recently reviewed Scraphook, and now we got this awesome looking Transformer right here. If you take a look at that face sculpt, he has that Junkion signature, you know, look, that feel. Very metal, very 80s with the mustache. He kind of looks like Lemmy from Motorhead, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome right there. Love that mustache, love that goatee. So he is also sporting the usual Junkion colors, which is like rusty orange, brown, and then this this color right here, which reminds me of the same color that you have on Junk Heap and WRECKGAR, so that same yellowish gold, dull yellow gold thing. So yeah, color wise he's pretty much the same. Again, I like the face sculpt, I like what's going on with what they're doing, very consistent. The flames look fantastic. Let's check out the articulation. Very much good with the articulation. You got shoulder swivels, you have wrist swivels. The head on this one now, we reviewed Scraphook, and there was very limited neck articulation, so you can really now move that head around. Really good movement with the head. There is waist swivel going on. You have a really good thigh and leg movement right here. You can bend that, it goes all the way like that. You could even do the splits. You could do the, you know, Chuck Norris splits right there. You also have the ankle tilts. Really modern Transformer right here. Again, he is a deluxe class figure, so he's very small. Like, you know, knowing deluxe class figures now, they're pretty small, and he feels light to the touch because he transforms into a motorcycle. So am I a little disappointed with that? Not really. I was expecting that this would be, you know, a very light figure, and I wasn't expecting that much on this figure. But again, I was surprised with the amount of playability and a lot of, you know, like gimmicks that were placed on this. So let's have a very quick size comparison. Let's bring in the most recent Junkion that we reviewed. We have Scraphook, and as you can see, let's try to make him stand properly. Scraphook is a lot bigger than Junkion 2. There you go. And considering that we already saw in the video, by the way, check out the other links that we have down below in the comment, in the description section. We have the other Junkion reviews that we have placed and posted in the past right there. But anyway, going back, so we have Scraphook, and you can see that he is a lot taller than Junkion 2 and bulkier than Junkion 2. There you go. But they look great together. I mean, just look at that, you know, variation. They, you know for a fact that when you look at them, they're Junkions right at the get-go, but there's so much things going on. There's so much, you know, differences that it makes them their own separate Transformer. It's not like a retool, or it's not like a recolor of, like, you know, another Transformer. It's not like what they did with the Seekers, like they just changed the colors and like called them different names. But this one is really a different Transformer, but you know that they're classified under the Junkion family. So that is pretty cool right there. So let's bring in WRECKGAR, their awesome leader. Ta-da! They look great! Now, let's bring in another WRECKGAR. And I think we mentioned this in the previous review, that it would be awesome if we have Legends Class Junkions as well, so that we could really see the difference. There are big Junkions, there are medium-sized Junkions, there are tiny Junkions. It's a Junkion world. And I would be very happy if we had a leader class Junkion. Maybe we would have that in the future. So there you go. So that's the Junkion family right there. Let's bring in some other Transformers for a very quick size comparison. We'll try to do a size comparison with the handy Transformers that we have lying around, so I don't really have the time to dig for any other Transformers. I was looking for the Generations WRECKGAR a couple of nights ago. Couldn't find it, and somewhere in the box. So this is, of course, Diaclone Twin Twist. He's deluxe. This is the problem with now. Like, things are getting really small. I guess that's really the drawback, and that's my only qualm or like nitpick with what's going on with Hasbro right now. Like, everything is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and more expensive. This thing right here was from, of course, a few months ago. This is the Diaclone Twin Twist from the Titan's Return mold, and he's considered as a deluxe class figure, and he's big. He is absolutely ginormous versus Junkion 2. Let's place another figure right here. Here is Voyager class Blaster, and he just towers over Junkion 2. It's just, he now looks like a Legends class figure compared to Blaster and Diaclone Twin Twist right there. So let's get these guys out of the way and just have a nice little photo op family. Junk. There we go. So we're going to take a quick pause. We're going to transform our new Transformer right here, Junkion 2, into his motorcycle mode. We're going to check out the alt mode, the vehicle mode in a bit. So we will be right back. We're back, folks, and before we transform him into his vehicle mode, take a look at that, take a gander at that. So this is very posable, very, you know, playable. There's a lot of things that you could do, and one of the things that you notice that the arm cannons, you can place that here to the side, you know, and it looks like it's a missile launcher now. And then you could take the ones on the back, the exhaust pipes on the back, and then put it on his shoulders, and he really looks fantastic. Another thing is that I like this gimmick. If you take a look at down the back and then pull this section out, pull the leg out, you can then just open this section right here, flip this open, pull out the wheel, bring this back up like that, and now you can take out this wheel right here. Let's try to, there you go. Oh, look at that. Comes out with blades, and then you could put the blade over here, and then you could then, what I like to do is just put this back here, just take this right there, and then it becomes a spinning blade. There you go. Oh, there you go. I kind of took out the mushroom peg, but that's okay. He's fine. He's okay. Push that in. And it rotates. I'm trying to make it a little smaller. There you go. It rotates. Yeah. It spins. So much playable things that you could do. Really fun toy. So let's get rid of the weapons. Let's get rid of the exhaust. Let's take the wheel. And then just squeeze that in. Removes the blades. Get this section again, put it in there, sandwich that, and let's get this guy transformed into his robot mode. So the robot mode is very similar to Scraphook. So what you want to do is just rotate the arms or the fist first in that situation, or in that angle. Bring it over here, and as you do that, get the head and then just collapse it like that, like it's facing here, and then just bring this over here. As you can see, there are two slots or empty sections right there, and there seems to be like a locking clip that you could just really push this in and do the same thing here. Now this is the little tricky part, because sometimes you can't really get those two in there. So my copy just really won't squeeze in on that one. So what I do is, this is a parts warmer, remember it's a weaponizer, so you could really take that out and then just bring it in and then just close this section. Try to do that. See, it doesn't even want to do it now. A while back off camera it did. There you go, fantastic. There you go. Now you should have this kind of setup right here. Y'all see that? There you go. Next, let's go with this section right here. So technically you want to rotate that in a certain angle and then just try to open this section right here, unfold that, and you'll notice that this is facing out here. So what you want to do is just face it inward, try to spin that around, face that inward like so, and then just bring this section right here. So now you're seeing the half complete part of the motorcycle. And then this is a double hinge. Bring that, squeeze that in, get this right here. So just squeeze that in, get this part of the motorcycle, the tail end, and then just do the same thing over here. So bring this section out and just bring this, you gotta take the handlebars out and then just bring the whole top piece there, and then just try to unhinge that. There you go, and there you have it. Now if you notice, you're pretty much done, but where do these parts go? Like what I said, they're parts warmers. So the next thing you want to do is just really take this part right here. You're going to see those two holes right there, and then just really try to connect that. Give me a sec. Oops. I think we got it all mixed up, so sorry about that. Just try to rotate that. There you go. That's the way. So it's like, whoa. So sorry about that, folks. So the thing that you want to do now is that you got to rotate it this way. So the front part of the motorcycle should be facing this orange section, because the orange section would have those grooves, and then you could then slot that in there. There you go. Yeah. Come on. There you go. Come on, groove in. There you have it. Doesn't want to groove in. Oh my goodness, this is such a pain. So this is like the thing. It's not a fun thing to transform. Not like Scraphook, which was really, really fun to transform. This thing is really just a pain to transform right now. There you go. So that's it. And then the next thing that we want to do is take these and then just hook them up here. There we go. So they're like side saddles for the motorcycle. And then just connect this one here too with the holes. Take these exhausts and then just put them here, and then just put them here. Alright, and there you have it. That's the Junkion 2 alt mode, aka the motorcycle mode. And honestly, it's not the best mode for this fella right here. So can he roll? Yes, he can roll. There's really lack of kickstand. You know, sometimes it just keels that way to the side. So the kickstand gimmick would have been really nice, because compared to Junkie, this is a very tiny motorcycle. So this is like a really big bike, and this is a teeny weeny tiny bike, and it's kind of like a scooter now. Which reminds me, like, are we going to see a scooter based on this mode? Remember, we have Crasher. It's possible that, you know, Hasbro has some GoBots in line that would be based on these modes. So that's a very big possibility right there. So that's it. And then let's try to compare Junkion 2 with Scraphook. That is a huge motorcycle. If this is a if this is a pickup truck, this is a huge motorcycle. This is a huge motorcycle. This is a tiny pickup truck. Let's bring another vehicle right there. Let's put gigawatt again. It doesn't really make sense when it comes to the scaling of the vehicles now. That's why I didn't feature this earlier in the video with Scraphook, because it doesn't make sense. I mean it's a huge motorcycle. These are cars, and then all of a sudden we got these motorcycles right here that are bigger than cars. So it's super out of scale. But again, very playable. So what you could do right here is, if you have a WRECKGAR, you take out WRECKGAR's wheels and you put them here. You got a tricycle. That is pretty awesome. Look at that. I like it. I like that. Sad that we don't have that kind of feature here on Scraphook, but this works right here. And another thing is that I wish they had the peg here instead of a hole here, because this would be really nice if we take out one of these wheels and put them here, and then you have like a quad bike. But we don't have that chance now. So there you go. But it's nice. It's a nice figure. Not really a big fan of the transformation for the bike. Very cumbersome. Not fun to transform, I would say. There we go. Let's take out the wheels again. And let's take a gander at that alt mode. So it's something. There, yeah, I would say it's something of an alt mode, but not the best mode, I would say, with this figure. So we're going to transform him back into his robot mode. Remember, he's a weaponizer, so let's try to weaponize his parts and put him on a transformer. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and he's halfway transformed into his robot mode. So again, these are weaponizer parts, these are weaponizer parts, and the next thing you want to do is transform him halfway into the robot mode. Take out these sections so the arms become weaponizer parts. Take out these sections right here. These become weaponizer parts. And if you notice, it's a very common thing to see now that the block section, which contains the head and the torso, the midsection, has no purpose at all. Very similar with Scraphook. So there you go. We're going to set that aside, and these are the things that we can definitely work around with when you have another transformer to use as you know, the main bot that would be using the weaponizer parts. So let us use that right now. So we're gonna bring our favorite Optimus Prime. There we go. We got Siege Optimus Prime, because he has so many ports. You have so many things you can snap onto this guy right here. And let's weaponize Optimus Prime. So the first thing you want to do is just really take out these. Again, this is this is my configuration. You can go wild, you know, just it's your toy. Go ahead, play with it, do whatever you want with it, combine it, use your imagination, that sort of thing. But I just like doing this. Very reminiscent to the Brave series robots. A lot of big shoulder pull-drons. You know, I was a child of the 90s, and you know, growing up watching Brave, like Firebird or Mike Gain or JUNKYARD, you know that's a very common design. You got like big shoulders. So we're gonna reminisce that. Do that same thing. There we go. So technically you're just putting a bike on Optimus Prime's shoulder. And then you could bring these things, the arms, and then make them as arm guards. Put it there. It's really up to you. You want to show it, hide it. It's really up to you how you want to do that. Just go wild with your imagination. It's your toy. Do whatever you want to do with it. Just go wild. And then what I like to do is I put these down the back and make them like booster packs. And then just get these, connect them here, and they become smokestacks, because who doesn't want a smokestack prime? There we go. And that is Junk Armor Prime 2. There you go. Not really something I would say that's very natural when it comes to the look. Again, it looks like there's a motorcycle just sitting on his shoulders right there, but it works. I mean, it's something that you could do with your toy. That's the gimmick that they have with the, what do you call this, the Junkions now, weaponizing. Pretty cool stuff. So we are going to take a final pause. Let's see our final say on Junkion 2, and we'll be right back. Alright folks, we're back, and we finally have Junkion 2 in his robot mode again. So we have this guy, yeah. So, let's put him together with the rest of the Junkions. So we have WRECKGAR. Come on, WRECKGAR, stand. We got Scraphook. There you go. And we got little WRECKGAR. We will put Junk Heap, because I got so lazy I didn't transform him into his robot mode anymore, just in his vehicle mode. There you go. And yeah, they look fantastic together. Final say, Junkion 2 is definitely a very posable figure. He is a fun figure to play with. A lot of gimmicks, a lot of things that you could do with the add-ons, but honestly, he's not as fun as Scraphook. So Scraphook was seamless when it comes to the transformation, and the weaponizing parts were very much, what do you call this, it looked great on other figures. I really think Junkion 2 could have been a lot better if he was a different mode, but I think they really wanted to go with another motorcycle in a deluxe class size, because we got Junk Heap and WRECKGAR as really big motorcycles. So I think that's what they're trying to do right here. But honestly, we would love to see more Junkions in other modes, like we mentioned in the other video, other than motorcycles. So it really works with Scraphook being a pickup truck, and maybe we could see, like I mentioned that, like a Junkion race car, a Junkion F1, a Junkion dragster, maybe a Junkion trailer truck, who knows. But the Junkion motorcycle was the really weak mode for this fella right here. So if I would rate this, it would be a fun 7.5 to an 8. So it's not that as amazing as Scraphook, but believe me, it's still a fun figure, and they look fantastic together if you put them side by side, especially with all of the other Junkions. I'll probably try to find the Generations WRECKGAR somewhere in the pile really soon, because I just want to put them all together and place them in a group shot, because they look great. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Junkions right now in the collection, so that's a fantastic thing. That's a wonderful thing. And I'm very excited with what other things that they have in store for us when it comes to Junkions. That's pretty much it for us. So folks, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for all the likes and all the subscribes. We would definitely appreciate it if you hit that bell icon and hit that like button. Again, awesome that you have been following this channel. We really appreciate it. But that's the only time that we have for now. Tune in again next time. Remember folks, till all are one. Peace out. Rock and roll.